Hi guys, just taking off from Giroft. Only got about 30 minutes left, so just quickly hopped into the BuddySpike server, Persian Gulf. Just narrating over the top of the flight I did a couple of days ago. It's easier to explain what's happening retrospectively. So this was, I think we'd got 3 or 4 bandits on the red side and 3 of us on the blue. The F-18 there at 39,000 feet is looking at me, and as we can see there, the blue dotted line through one of my F-16 pilots, whose STN number I've put into the system so I can see what he's doing, where he is, what he's looking at. The F-18 here is clearly looking at me, so I just notched him a little bit here and just brought the missile onto my 3 o'clock, knowing he was going to fire, and successfully notched it. Turn back in. Picture at this time was rubbish, so I knew he was going to disappear, probably heading south, as I turned back into him, which was fine. Buddy seems to be pursuing him as well on my right hand side there, as you can see, and there you go, his rear acquired him. So it was at this point here that I kept it low in the hope to avoid the enemy AWACS that's over the mountain ranges over there. It's hovering over Kesham. Target in front was too fast for me to catch him up, especially with the three bags under the wings there. Well, not 3 bags under the wings, but one on each side and one under the fuselage. Yeah, pursued him for a while and tried to catch up with him, but in the end had to let him go because of an F-15. Okay, cut the video there, just time accelerated forward. This F-15 at 46,000 feet is coming in fast. So my thought process here was to get in between him and the friendly F-16 on my right there. Idea was to encourage the F-15 to target me and be fixated onto me, leaving the other friendly F-16 to engage him. Loose the tanks there, so I was lighter and therefore could pick up a bit more speed. Got the mountain range in front of me, which I use to duck into if I need to. And there we can see on the right HSD there that my buddy is tracking him. Hopefully, well, at the time I was thinking hopefully he's fired. Keeping the F-15 to my 9 o'clock there, as you can see, trying to notch him. So if he had fired a missile, I was hoping to defeat it already, but it was at this point I realised that I hadn't, so just need to notch it further, pick up some speed. F-15 pilots, all they ever tend to do is fly high and fast, and that's it. They usually go for AWACS, and they just try and blast their way through problems. They don't tend to mix it up.
Altitude.
It's a bit of a risky move this, but I was confident that I was going to notch the missiles. You can see they're starting to turn into me, so I just turned back into them in the hope to use the missiles, which I did. And as I turned back into the F-15, big presto, it worked. But he did shoot him down, and the F-15 was totally fixated on me, so that worked. Risky, but it worked. It was at this point where I was loitering just for a little bit, probably only a couple of minutes after that engagement, just heading a little bit south down here to see what, if anything else popped up, because I was getting readings on the RWR there from another F-15 it seemed. Just getting a bit of height, and there he popped up, 17,000 feet, probably out of Bandar Abbas or Kesham, not sure where, on my left hand side here. building up some speed. You can see him at 20,000 feet there. Looking at the body language, he's turning, so I'm suggesting I was thinking at the time that he'd already fired. Just tell by the way he's turning that he's probably fired. So I thought, turn away a little bit. Speed's very, very good, especially at this height. So, waiting for the missile signal. There it is. Okay, keep it on my 9 o'clock. Don't want to turn your back on the missile. Just want to stretch it out, get it to turn into me. Speed is very, very good. I can already tell by the behaviour of the RWR there that the missile is not getting any closer. It's straining to reach around, try and intercept me. Pretty happy with where that is at the minute. Visual, couldn't see it, so I'm going to turn into the missile because I'm happy with the length of time that it would have burnt out by now, and it's now just in kinetic energy, so just turn into the missile to get it to bleed all of that energy. 15 ahead. Just going to fire one at him. At this point I turned a little bit too tightly to his left and lose the lot there, as you can see, but it's still going to give him a problem. Almost blacked out. But again, I'm quite happy there. I'm going to notch his missile. The only thing with the AIM-120, of course, is that the rear acquiring technology they seem to have updated. So you lose the missile for a bit, but it'll soon pick you back up again. And as it does there, look, I was a bit uncomfortable that it was 2 o'clock, not 3. So I'm just bringing it back to my 3 o'clock again to notch it.
Altitude.
Fairly happy at this point. You can see it slowly working its way around to the rear. That's a clue that it's not got the energy to intercept me. Just burn for a little bit here. Speed's pretty good. And now again, as before, it's going to turn in. I had the 15, I thought, for a moment there. Wasted a missile. I'm not concerned about that missile. It won't by now have had any energy to get me, and as you can see, it's slowly going to the rear of me. Of course, when you first fly DCS, you get killed a lot. It's things like this that you slowly learn. So I'm happy with that. The 15 hasn't seen me yet. I'm going to give him another one. He's seen me now, but he's already got 2 missiles on the way. I'd like to keep a decent separation between the missiles if you're going to fire 2 off or more. A lot of the F-18 pilots I've come across tend to fire multiple AIM-120s at you in quick succession. I always think it's best to leave a decent amount of time in between each shot if you can. And the reason for that is that they may think they've beaten your first missile, and as they try and then to reacquire you, they then get the warning of a second missile. But of course, if you do it too quickly, they won't get a separation of warning. They'll just see that the 2 missiles are coming on the way in. Whereas if you leave a gap, they might the second warning, if you like, for the second missile, they might not know on its way in. So, but you have to gauge how much time you can leave in between each shot. Anyway, that F-15 was killed, which was good. I got the other one killed, which I'm happy with. So it was at this point that I decided to head back north. Fuel was low. With the friendly coming in as well, I was confident that I could ease back a bit and land. There wasn't enough time to refuel, rearm and come back out again. So after this flight I just called it a day and was happy with the results. So I'll do some more videos. This is my first proper DCS one, so I'm probably going to cringe and whinge at my voice, but who cares, eh? I mean, at the end of the day, who cares? Anyway, thanks for watching, and if I get some feedback, yeah, I'll do another one. Anyway, catch you all later.